Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pittsburgh CLO's Close-Ups. I'm Olivia O'Connor. I'm the manager of new work development at Pittsburgh CLO. And we are back for our third of 5 special edition Close-Ups episodes celebrating the launch of Songs for a New Year. It is Thursday, February 11th. Actually, it's Wednesday, February 10th. We are pre-recording this in the past, but if you are watching us in the present, in the future, thank you so much for being here. Say hi in the comments. We love knowing who's out there. And while you're here, please do like, subscribe, share with someone you think would enjoy. If you haven't had a chance to watch our last 2 weeks of Songs for a New Year releases, please do check them out. They are fantastic. We premiered Resolutions with music and lyrics by Sarah Taylor Ellis and Megan Brown, choreography by Stephanie Clemens a couple of weeks back, and A Cynic and an Optimist with music and lyrics by Matt Schatz and choreography by Latre Jerome. You can find them on our website below me. You can find them on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel. You can also find interviews with the creative teams to learn a little bit more about their process behind the scenes. We are so excited about these pieces. They are so fantastic, so individual. We can't wait to share another one with you today and to welcome another creative team to this conversation. So today we are joined by the team behind 12 Grapes, Austin Dean Ashford, Brian Quijada, and Juel D. Lane. Brian and Austin, this is their first collaboration on music and lyrics together, and it's Austin's first time working with CLO. We are so honored to have him on this project. Brian was last with CLO in our 2019 New Musicals weekend, developing his musical Somewhere Over the Border. Pittsburgh audiences also might recognize him from his solo show, Where Did We Sit on the Bus, which was at City Theater in 2019. And Juel D. Lane is back at CLO after serving as the associate to choreographer Camille A. Brown on our 2019 production of Once. They did gorgeous work on that show. We are so thrilled to have Juel with us as a choreographer on Songs for a New Year. I'm so excited to get this team in here. And I also want to say you can learn more about their amazing careers on our website. So please do head over there to check out their full bios. But while we're here with you today, I do want to shout out that if you are kicking yourself for having missed Where Did We Sit on the Bus, you have another chance. It is streaming this month. The magic of digital theater. Victory Gardens Theater and the Jiva Theater Center collaborated to bring you a 2017 production of the show by and starring Brian. You can watch it February 22nd through March 7th. Check out their websites for more information. It's a fantastic show and you don't want to miss it. But today, let's get to it. Let's get them out here. I can't wait to welcome this team. Let's say hi to Austin, Brian, and Juel. Welcome, folks. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, hello. So nice to see you all. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us today. To kick us off, let's go around and say where you're joining us from and how you're doing right now in this world. How are you, Brian?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm currently in New York City, Upper West Side, stolen territory of the Lenape. I'm doing okay. You know, like yeah. I think I think everybody went through like a little like, oh God, it's 2021. Yeah, like let's go. It's the new year, and then we're like, cool, we're still here, right? Like we're just still living every single day here in the lockdown. But I, you know, I think I get really high hopes by all these people posting things about like their parents getting vaccinated. It's really amazing. It's like I'm happy that at least we're moving forward. So I'm feeling good. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad. And yes, definitely oscillating between like hopeful and despair every day, but we're still here.
Exactly.
Austin, how are you doing, friend?
I'm surviving. This world will not take me down. Nope. Not getting me. Nope. It's Black History Month. You can't turn me down. It's Wakanda.
Yes.
Yes.
My vibranium is popping and going. I'm happy to be around. I got the sneak peek of seeing what we're about to share. So, you know, I'm ready to unleash the dragon.
Yes. And he brought his own underscoring, folks. I mean, come on. And Juel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm actually reporting from Albany, New York. I'm giving you ballroom realness.
Yes, you are.
Very 1990 carpet. So yeah, so that's where I'm reporting from. But I'm doing good. I'm just hopeful, and I agree. With Austin, it's Black History Month, so I'm diving the frequency of it more and more throughout the Zoom world. So I'm good.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're joining us. Thank you for joining us from your beautiful ballroom. I fully thought it was a fake background when I first saw you, but you are really there. You are really there, and I love it. It's bringing a lot of atmosphere to our call today. So thank you, Juel. So we usually talk inspiration first and like collaboration process second in these conversations, but I want to flip-flop it today because Brian, Austin, it was your first collaboration. So tell me how you found each other, why you wanted to work together.
I love how you describe it as the bromance it truly is.
Found each other.
And I just want to say, I just appreciate the trilogy that we all have together. I'm saying this in the most respectfully way. This is the funnest threesome I've ever been in. I enjoy all of it.
Oh my God.
So I mean, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was stalking Brian for a minute ago. I was like, wait a minute. Brian is out here doing these solo shows with verse-based theater and putting in music and hip hop. And so when I was a grad student, I was just like, oh, that's awesome. That's what I want to do. So I finally got into this PhD program where Brian was actually supposed to work at, and he didn't know. I was sitting there plotting, waiting my days. I was like, all right, in the summer when it comes, I'm gonna act like I have nothing to do, and I'm gonna just sit there whenever he's done, and I'm just gonna sneak in my ukulele shot. And then one day, as I was just waiting, I think I put something online. Brian said something about collaboration. I was like, immediately, when, now, dropped all my stuff. When, how, what do we need to do? I will go skin a goat. Let's make it happen. And I'm pretty sure that Brian can take it from there.
Yeah, I see. Yes, I agree. Like I had heard about Austin's work. People had been like, yeah, there's another ukulele playing, rapping solo performer out there. And I was just like, oh, I don't know how we went or how we became Facebook friends, but he posted this. And I mean, if you just go on YouTube, right? If you just like check out, I mean, all the artists here, right? If you go to their profiles and you just check out their work, I was blown away by Austin's work, and he posted that video. I was just like, yo, when's the collaboration happening? And he was just like, no, for real? And I'm like, yeah, let's do something. And then this became the perfect opportunity for us, I think, to collaborate together. And that's how we met.
I love it. And we're so honored to be the host for the conduit for this first collaboration. And I can't wait for people to hear it. And Juel, tell us about your collaborators. So you collaborated with two other Atlanta-based artists for the video component of this piece. Were these long-term relationships, first-time collaborations? Tell us a little bit about your work with Paul and Fahim.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Paul Kim, I actually met him at NC State with my sister, Francine Ott. She's a professor there. And so I was actually choreographing a piece, but COVID was like, nah, bro. So I never got a chance to really fully see him in his elements. I was like, dang. So when he told me he was moving to Atlanta, I said, I got you. I don't know what the project is, but I got you. And voila, you know. With Fahim, I have been knowing Fahim for a long time. So he's always like my lifesaver if I need something at the last minute. But I work with a lot of different cinematographers, but I know I can always count on him because he just knows how to get the flavor that I want. And so at first I was like, I don't know if he's going to be up to it. He may got a lot of stuff to do, but he was like, let me know. And ironically, his birthday is tomorrow. So, well,
Today. Happy birthday!
Yay! Happy birthday!
It makes total sense that he was supposed to be on this project. So,
oh, that's amazing. That's
what a nice birthday gift.
Yeah, happy birthday, Fahim! And I just want to shout out, as we have been doing on all these interviews, but it bears repeating that you all worked on crazy short deadlines for this project. You all went above and beyond what we think of when we think writer, composer, choreographer. You were mixing your own tracks. Brian and Austin are the phenomenal voices that you hear on this track. And Juel, working, not just thinking as a choreographer, what am I making, but how does this translate to film? How are we capturing this? So just huge gratitude to all of you for doing that work, especially in a time where it's not always, we don't always maybe feel like creating right now, right? So thank you for bringing that energy to this piece. And let's talk about inspiration. So the first part of this project, the song, Brian, Austin, I want to turn things over to you. We gave you a pretty broad prompt, write a song that responds to the turning of the new year. What was your way into that? What did you talk about when you were building this amazing song?
Yeah, the prompt came in. The prompt came in, right? You sent the kind of entry points of these songs for the new year, and immediately there came I had a poem came to mind that is from Where Did We Sit on the Bus? It's called HOPE, and it's just, you know, like about being like, yo, we need to come out, we just need to stay hopeful. And you know, I wrote that poem in 2014, right? So I think assessing what that means, HOPE, in, you know, this country, in as we get older, as we look at where we are as a society in America, I think I wanted to revisit that word, hope. And so when I called Austin, and I'm just like, yo, I think we need to write something on like revisiting hope. Like that hope is not just, hope is amazing, right? It's like it gets me through a lot of things, but it isn't enough, right? Sometimes hope is not, it's like it needs more. And so he's just like, do the poem for me. And so I just started doing the poem, and then like he did now, he just whipped out his ukulele, and he just starts like, and I'm just like, HOPE, one word, 4 letters, right? and exactly like this. And then I'm just like, send me that ukulele track right now. And so he sent it to me, and that's kind of what we started working on. And then we used HOPE Revisited as like our kind of even narrowed down prompt.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for recreating that for us, Austin. I felt like I was in the room. I was in the room for that first call. Austin, anything you want to add to your creation of this piece?
I just want to acknowledge that Brian's acting technique and him portraying the character as Austin Dean Ashford are absolutely phenomenal right now. I don't know if you guys recognize it. The way that he just redid me just showed me. I was like, yeah, you know what? That is absolutely how I am when he said,
oh my God.
Just do the poem. I was like, that's exactly how I said it. Just like that. And when he did it, I was like, I said, Brian's trying to turn up in the new year. Yeah. Okay. At first, I didn't know what was going on, because I was like, you know, Brian's deep. You know what I'm saying? Brian's a deep guy. He makes all this beautiful. I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm ratchet. I am ratchet. I'm ratchet. So I said, okay, this balance is gonna be absolutely beautiful. I was like, okay, Austin, don't mess this up. All right. He's talking about hope, revisiting, and I'm over here talking about shout out to all my companions. Okay, let's find. And then at first I was like, okay. So then the inspiration of, I was like, all right, we just want to feel how I think we're supposed to feel every new year. Just say, no, this year is actually the year we're going to feel that. I think there's a lot of times there's New Year's resolutions, and we're like, oh, this is going to happen, and it doesn't. I think we're just trying to put in the idea of like, no, but what if it really happens this year? What if we really, really make this year the year that happens? I think the only thing that had me kind of like, when I was hearing about the process, like, all right, that's the entry point. And then you guys like, oh, this is the whole plan for the whole project. I was like, oh my. And then but then Jay came in with this video clip of the crowd. I said, oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. It makes sense. Because I was like, look, okay, you know, collaboration and inspiration are nice, but if it doesn't come together, you're like, oh, okay, my parents can see this. Let's make sure that let's make sure it comes together. So I was just really excited about the way that, like, the entry point that that you guys provided, and the idea that Brian was able, I immediately attached on when the vibes got right. And then when Jay was able to come in and bring even like some suggestions to make everything full and come together, I was like, yo, this is the most like unprepared, impulsive collaboration I've ever did, that I didn't know that I needed during these times. Like when I'm thinking of like working on ensemble and doing like new verse-based movement work, that's original and for the culture. I was just really, really happy to work with this amazing Latinx creator and this amazing Black creator with a company I've never worked with before. So I just want to say, like, thank you. I had a fun time. I love the product. I hope other people love the product. Yeah, I hope that we get to collaborate again. Maybe people are interested enough what we did this time to say, you know, let's give them a little bit more than a song.
Yeah, 100%. And I think your parents, I'm sure they will be very proud of this collaboration between Deep and Ratchet, which is such a great encapsulation of this team. And the lyrics, I have to say, are just phenomenal. And folks, when you're watching at home, you can go to this YouTube video, you can read these lyrics in their entirety in the video description, and you 100% should. Because it really captures the depth and the complexity of what you're talking about, and of the importance of turning hope into action. So read them; they're great. And Juel, as a choreographer coming into this process, listening to this demo track for the first time, I was fortunate enough to get to see that first meeting, that first kind of conversation about what this could be in movement. How did you build this piece from this demo? What sparked your excitement? What sparked your interest? And how did you build this amazing video we're going to see in just a couple minutes? I promise.
Yeah, no. Like, I think when I first heard the track, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy. And like, I have never heard of like 12 grapes as a tradition. So I was like, okay. So I had to rewind it back like a couple of times, like over and over and over. And what I was hearing in the song was this idea of just being super hopeful, and I felt like it was a great mantra to start off the year. And I think we all are like kind of hoping like, okay, we don't want 2020 again, like Lord have mercy. And so I remember coming into the meeting and like trying to offer suggestions, and like I know as like artists you get really sensitive, so I was like, what if he's like, no, I want to keep it like this? And so I was like, I got to do me. And I didn't really have to tell him much because it was already dope. And so the thing that I did like is that the different textures of like, you know, the voices, like where Brian was just very much like da-da, boom, 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 boom. And then like, you know, Austin came in, what up, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. So for me, it prompted something in my soul. Like, you know, once I started getting up going, I was like, all right, let's go. And so I had this crazy idea. I had this idea to include a lot of people. And I was like, Juel, calm down. It's too much. And I just said, you know what, let me keep it simple and let me just focus on just the vibe of the song. And so that's the approach that I wanted to go to.
Amazing. Well, folks, truly, I could talk to you all day. I'm like so conflicted because I want to keep talking to you, but I want to share this video. I want to get it out there. So we're going to leave it there today. And I thank you so much for sharing this peek into your process, into your intention with this piece. Before we watch, I want to thank, as always, Becca and Sid, who are in our control room working the show behind the scenes. I want to thank our designer, Steph Barletto, for our graphics, composer Adam Overett for our theme music. Thank you at home, folks, for watching. We're going to be back next week with a live episode to premiere No More Soggy Bottoms by Rona Siddiqui with choreography by James Washington Manning. You are in for a real treat next week. And folks, I want to thank again, Brian, Austin, Juel. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your talent. And let's watch this. Enjoy 12 Grapes.
My Thea would say, eat one grape for each month of the year. Eat them to make the troubles of last year disappear. And with each bite, make a wish and toss it to the sky. And next year, every hope and dream you wished for will arrive. And every eve of the new year, I'd close my little eyes and try to imagine a year much better than the last. And fast popping grapes with my whole fam, wishing and thinking of better lives than we all had. 12 bites, 12 wishes, 12 grapes, 12 months, 1 year, a million chances to make. We'd eat our grapes, yo, eat that fruit, it's so nutritious. Open that planet for the year to come, it's so ambitious. When I was a kid, yo, I thought there'd be enough. Eating grapes to wishes, to existence, and off the cuff. Making up in my my head that was all I needed to do, and every vision of my future would arrive and damn it come true. But now I'm grown, and this year as we celebrate on our own, I know it's clear that hope is not a mere spectator sport. Massive changes can't rely on passive phrases of sorts. I need to move and shake and take my medicine to the street, take a wishes and a dream and make a changes I see. 12 days, 12 wishes, 12 great, 12 months, 1 year, a million chances to make. We need to get to eat a fruit, it's so nutritious. Open the planet for the year to come, it's so ambitious. Wishes and prayers are best kept with the gospel, cause we can pray, stay and stay awake. Open and open for better days, but that hope is nothing without a passion and action to make change.
What up to all my companions? Thank God that we dancing. Been a little minute, now we be laughing, telling our stories and rapping, leaving the famine, putting our hope into action, filled with compassion, beyond harassment. The TikTokers talking classes, doing better than average. If we ain't really learned nothing, how we doing good adjustments? Speaking in public, fighting the government, building abundance. Oh Lord, I finally love it. Put it in my palm, touch it. Help it grow like it needs to. Give it sun, let it feed you.
Wishes and prayers are best kept with the gospel, cause we can pray, stay and stay away. Open and open for better days, but that hope is nothing without a passion and action to make change.
Change, like flipping a dime into a rhyme and not losing time. Just hit hard with punchlines, the punch grind with punch time. Call us when it's crunch time, and I punch mine like a landmine. I'm in your house like a landline. Ring, ring, don't touch it, it's mine. No, I'm playing, you can get it, it's fine. Know you're divine, get it every time. Clock not clockwise, no wines. Don't worry, you're wise. You will not be your demise.
You will be up a surprise.
You will be your highest high.
You go reach way higher heights.
You go find peace in the sky.
Bring it to earth, then we go glide
till the community rise.
Now we'll frequency high,
and we still raising the vibe.
Bring it to earth, and then we go glide
till the community rises. Now our whole frequency high, and we still raising the bottom, and we still raising the bottom, and we still raising the bottom.
Wishes and prayers are best kept with the gospel, cause we can pray, stay and stay away. Open and open for better days, but that hope is nothing without a passion and action to make change. This year I'll raise my grapes, not just for hope,